We are joined in the studio by financial media royalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Australian investors who, are self-taught and trying to keep learning, probably are familiar with Ali Selby. Welcome to Equity Mates.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here. Interestingly, I dyed my hair recently and no one recognizes me anymore.
Really?
So I don't know if I'm royalty anymore. I feel like the ego has really been shattered recently when people are like, and you are?
So Ali is head of marketing distribution at Minotaur Capital. But yeah, as Ren said previously, the face of buy, hold or sell at Livewire. And yeah, I think a lot of people are familiar with the work that you've been doing. So today we are going to be going around the room and sharing a number of key lessons that we've learnt from interviewing collectively hundreds of fund managers and
If not thousands.
Yeah, we've done more than 500, and I reckon Ali's done more than 500. So,
thousands of interviews. So we have a lot of lessons to unpack. We're going to do 3 each.
Yes.
And we're going to start with you, Ali.
Okay, so something that 2 different fund managers have told me is that you should look at your portfolio with fresh eyes every day. So basically, look at your portfolio and say, if I know all the information I know today, would I buy everything again? And if not, then you should probably sell it. I have not done that because I am an idiot. I have definitely not done that, and I've held onto stocks that have just plummeted, or Mineral Resources, Zip when it was out of favor. So I think it's a really good piece of advice to just look at your portfolio and be like, with all the new information I have today, I probably should sell this stock rather than just holding on for dear life.
We've had an interview on the show, a guest who says, if it's not a buy, it's a sell.
Yeah.
And I think that's
no
along the
holds.
same lines. It's just because it's in your portfolio, you shouldn't just hold it.
100%.
Either love it or get rid of it.
Yeah.
I would say quarterly for me is probably where I would stretch that to, because I feel like daily I don't have the time for that, to be honest.
No, but you probably should be owning ETFs then.
I do.
Yeah, which I know you do. I do know.
I'm the index boy.
But I don't. I own lots of stocks.
Individuals. Do you think though, if you've done it,
ETFs too, but I also own a lot of random stocks.
do you think if you had put this into practice though, you would act on it? You would genuinely be buying and selling more actively?
I don't know. I feel like if I think the learning is, because I'm not looking at my portfolio all the time, I probably should have just invested more of my money in ETFs rather than being having some ETFs, having some random stocks, and then just not really knowing when to sell.
I guess one of the challenges we all face, having, great access to good fund managers as well, is the excitement you get from the interviews.
Oh, there's nothing better than a stock tip.
And a stock tip. And you go away and you buy Mineral Resources, whatever it is, and you think, best company ever, and then you do no work on it. You don't know.
God, they sold it well.
I feel I've been good. I do my own research, but then I'm I forget about it.
Yeah.
And I don't follow up when it reports, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Things like that.
All right. What's your second, Ali?
Okay, my second is going to be that everyone has biases, whether you're a punter or a pro. Everyone suffers from FOMO, unfortunately. And everyone also says that they can stomach volatility, but what they really mean is they can stomach volatility when markets are going up, probably not so much when they're going down. So I think it's really important to learn how to battle your biases and also know which impact you and which don't. Everyone's different, everyone's impacted by different things. Obviously, I really suck at selling, so I need to work on that. Maybe for you it's something else, but I think it's really important to know what your biases are and try and manage them.
An expert that comes to mind for us when we've done interviews in that space is Ted Richards. We did a few interviews on him around the importance of understanding your biases, but it can take ages to figure it out and be conscious of them.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting. I'm working now at Minotaur Capital, which is Australia's first AI-powered hedge fund or long-short global equity strategy. But we're using AI in really interesting ways to help us battle those behavioural biases. Knowing that we will face them all the time. We've come up with this thing called a thesis validation or invalidation report. When a company reports, we press a button and it like generates a report from us going through all the documents, like the reports, the transcript, whatever it may be. And it tells you like, here's your thesis, here's all the information in the report that challenges your thesis, here's all the like information in the report that confirms your thesis, and then it gives you a recommendation. So for example,
That's epic.
yeah, it's amazing because like you want to know like, is the story that I had in my mind, is that thesis still on track? And if not, it's like probably should sell that stock and move out, or rather than like, I don't know, thesis drift, which I've definitely talked to fund managers about before, and you're like, oh, that's changed since you, like for the people who hold stocks for 5-10 years, and you're like, that thesis has definitely changed from when you last talked to me about it.
Convincing themselves.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool. Maybe investors can like use AI to do things like that as well, like we're doing.
Yeah, we were looking at building our own GPTs because you can do that with ChatGPT now, and we could probably not as complex as what you guys have built, but there's probably something we could do there around quarterly reporting time and checking our own portfolios.
Definitely.
Yeah. So in your spiel earlier, you said you struggle with selling, so you recognize that about yourself. But when you were speaking earlier, you've said you have a lot of stocks that you probably aren't paying too much attention to. So if I'm putting 2 and 2 together there, you're aware of your bias, but you're not taking active steps to control it?
Yeah. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. I think I'm just very busy and I need to just sell everything and invest in ETFs.
Oh, that's the lesson that we just repeat over and over again. We drill it into people's heads.
But if you enjoy
Nothing
it-
wrong with ETFs.
Yeah. They're fine. They're cheap. Like, I think it's fun though, investing in
It is.
individual
Yeah.
stocks.
Yeah.
And like, I
But you can have
have
both.
Santos. That was
That was
awesome.
good. Yeah, well done.
Was shit the last few years, but
So if
now
you
I
had-
feel really smart.
If you had sold, you wouldn't have got. Well, the buyout hasn't happened yet, so
No,
maybe
but
sell.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to make better decisions with my money. But I've definitely learned a lot of things from interviewing fund managers. I was just saying before, I feel like I haven't actually applied them, but there's still time.
There is plenty of time.
Yeah.
All right, Ali, bring it home. Number 3.
Oh, I'm a little bit scared about doing my number 3. I'm
Okay.
kind of like putting the industry on notice.
Oh,
good.
No,
Good,
or
good.
just like opening up about like the behind the scenes of media. So I feel like going from working in media for like 8 years and then going into the distribution marketing side for a hedge fund, it's been really interesting. I think I knew like how much content was sponsored, having worked in like financial media for a while, which sponsored is like people pay for that interview or for the video or whatever it may be. And then going on the other side, it's like I didn't realize how many events were also like paid for. Like people are paying like $15,000 to $60,000 to speak at events. And then like investors are paying like $4,000 for tickets to go to these events. Like I feel like the best people are not speaking at these events or being interviewed by like journalists. It's like the people who can pay for these interviews, which is kind of sad and really annoying. Luckily, I've worked in media for a really long time, and so I've been able to like pitch our fund to journalists without like having to pay for anything because I know what journalists are looking for. But I feel like it's interesting to see like how much content out there is actually sponsored.
And so is the lesson sort of buyer beware for everyone, or like
Yeah, I think
it was just something that now that you've seen both sides, it's like...
I think the lesson is like you have to be really like cognizant of like how media works, and then also just know who to trust. Like you're giving someone your money. If you're giving your money to a fund manager, you should demand a lot from them. Like you should be able to call them up and talk to them, or like you're giving them your life savings. I don't think that's a lot to expect, particularly if they're based in Australia. I think also just like being aware, like to read lots of different articles. I don't know about you guys, but I think if you're reading anything about private credit, it's probably been sponsored or private debt.
A lot of money in private credit.
Yeah. I think it's just like you need to be aware of like which sources are paid and which are not. That's why people don't really trust journalists anymore. It's difficult out there. Like even we're applying to be on a list for innovative companies, and we've just coughed out so much money to try and be on like the running for that list. And I had no idea that those lists were pay to play. Yeah, it's really hard. I think you just have to read a wide variety of sources and do any research, like do your own research before investing in a fund or investing in an ETF or investing in a stock. Like you have to do your own work because like people are trying to get as much money from you as possible.
Well, Ali, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
and,
you.
I'm sure we'll do it again.
It was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it.
It
Thank
was
you
good.
guys.
Thanks, Ali.
I will say this about investing. Everything you do learn is cumulative. What I learned at 20 is useful.